So this is the way for today. Okay. So in the first part of the class, I'm going to teach the simple tense, past tense, continuous tense, past continuous tense. In the last, the present perfect and the past perfect. Then I'm going to teach about the economic class. It's about the gross domestic product. It's not only the way to size the real money or the real product in a country. So I'm going to teach about that. And in the end of the class, I'm going to share uh, two files about lectures. Okay, to read. It's about the book, the Melinda's book. It's interesting book, I think so. So in the end, we are going to talk about that. Okay, so I'm going to share first the slide from the simple tense. Okay, dear students. So the unit 4, it's about the past simple, past continuous tense, present perfect, and present perfect continuous. The objective general for today is about to learn up when do you need to use it. The objective specific is to analyze the basic structure to do some exercises. Okay. So if you have any question, please don't be shy. You say, please, professor or teacher, I'm gonna ask you something like that, for example. So don't worry if you interrupt the class. Don't worry about that. This is very simple. The past simple is when you need to express the action happened. Yeah, the action is complete. So this is in the past. For example, we use past simple for regular verbs when the word ends in ed, like travel, work, played, and prayed. Okay, we use the past simple for irregular verbs. I'm sorry here because I ate or without p. Okay, for example, write, wrote, go, went, get, got. Okay, catch, caught, for example. Uh, in when you are going to talk in informal, if you are talking with whatever in an informal dialogue, for example, in a pub, yeah, you know what is pub? Pub is a bar, digámoslo así. When you are talking with another person, in this case with another man or with another woman, you say, oh, I want to catch the opportunity. Yeah, I want to catch the opportunity. So yo quiero coger la oportunidad, tomar la oportunidad. In another ways, you say, oh, I want to shut up. Yeah, no shut up de cállese, sino I want to shut, yeah, del disparo. I want to shut that. Ok, ¿alguien levantó la mano?
Teacher,
¿Puede hablar?
uh,
Yes.
I don't understand what is the activity for the next class.
Okay, the activity for the next class, I said that we are going to talk about the essays that you uh, give me in the platform, in the plat. This is a homework 2 weeks ago. I made that, and we are talking about the files from Melinda books. Okay, Melinda's book, and another activity I give you today for yours. Okay,
Ah,
this
okay,
is the
okay.
okay. Don't worry about that. Okay, so in the past simple, it's too easy. Really, is when you need to express the complete action. So I played soccer uh, this morning. I went to the church to pray. Yeah, like that this morning. I wrote I say uh, yesterday. Yeah, we have questions here. So we use two questions to ask. It's about the did and did not, or do, or in the simple tense is do or does. Here is did or didn't. Here, okay. Anybody who wants to speak? No? Okay. Did you, for example, did you go last night? Yes, I went to swimming pool. Okay. Did you go to the cinema yesterday? Yes, I went to the cinema with Marta, for example. In this case,
Va a
we
buscar
have
los
we,
instrumentos, papi. ¿O dónde va a
please.
trabajar? ¿En la
He
pieza
wrote
suya?
he wrote the article
Mamá
in
ya va, papi.
1929. Por favor, si puede cerrar el micrófono, gracias, amable. He wrote the article in 1929. Okay. In this case, I wrote that because in the first in the first chapter, I gave you the last class for the Melinda's book. Uh, it was she said, "Oh, we read about one article from a journalist who wrote in the New York Times." Okay, so like that. Okay, dear students, so this is the past simple. Past continuous. We have here to express the action or situation. I'm sorry because I met always some words here, some voca- uh, vocals or consonants. Situations had already started before this time, but had not finished. So in this case, always we are talking or married, yeah, here, because in this case we have verb to be. In this case, is past, yeah. I am. The past is was, and the married is with e and ing. Okay. Always when you write past continuous or simple continuous tense, present continuous tense, excuse me, is always is with the verb to be in the present or past with ing. This is the marriage. Always. So we use past continuous in the middle of the action. So I was walking home when I met Diana, for example. We use past simple. I'm sorry because always I ate consonants or vocals and past continuous. Example, Marta phoned me while were having dinner. Yeah. Another example here is Marta uh, called me. It's the same, phoned or called me while we were having dinner or we were uh, playing in soccer, playing soccer, for example. Okay. Another example is about when you use to use that for question. So did and didn't. The phone rang, yeah, rang, the ring, the sonar. The phone rang 3 times while we having dinner. So one phrase with the question. Did you read the chapter 1 from Melinda's book? Yes or no? So yes, I did. Did you uh, play soccer at 2 p.m.? No, I didn't. Okay, this is the simple past continuous. Okay, so we are here with this tense. It's about the present perfect and present perfect continuous. It's it's the same way. It's simple, and we have the past perfect and the past perfect continuous too. It's the same from here. You have past simple and present continuous, present simple, excuse me, and you have here present continuous to past continuous. It's the same. Only change the form or the verb. Yeah, we have here, for example, in simple verb to be is am, here is was. Yeah, so we have here write to wrote in verbal in irregular verbs. So the same way is here in the present perfect. It's too easy. Why? Because you need to know about the tenses here in English. They have the same structure. So I told you the first class, always all the sentence, the tenses here in English, we have the same uh, rule or the same structure. So we have the subject or a noun. So I, you, they, we have, yeah. We have the verb. In this case, is auxiliary verb. Yeah. In the simple is I am, you are. In the past is I was or you were. In the simple continuous is you are waiting. Yeah. Tú estás esperando. In the past continuous is I was waiting for the class. Entonces yo estaba esperando por la clase. En este caso, el presente perfecto, tenemos la misma estructura. Lo único que cambia es que nosotros le agregamos un verbo auxiliar, que es el have, en este caso que es presente, y el had, o sea, es decir, el, el HAD en el caso del pasado perfecto. Entonces, nosotros estamos aquí, el sujeto, I, you, we, they, el verbo auxiliar, que es el have, o el had en caso de HAD, en el caso del pasado, y tenemos un verbo que es el pasado participio. Eso ya lo vimos nosotros en la segunda lección de los verbos irregulares y de los verbos regulares, que les dije que por favor estuvieran pendientes de eso. Entonces, we use always the present perfect, in this case, the auxiliary have with the past participle when you use just, already, and yet. For example, I have spent just, I spent time just 2 seconds. Yeah, I have spent, el pasado participio de spend, de gastar. I have spent time just 2 seconds ago, por ejemplo. Justo dos segundos atrás. O I have spent a lot of money yet. O I don't have, en el caso negativo, I don't have spent a lot of money yet. Entonces, ¿en qué caso se utiliza el have y el has? Como ustedes pueden ver aquí, para la tercera persona, he, she, se utiliza el verbo auxiliar has, y para el I, you, we, they, nosotros utilizamos el verbo auxiliar have. En el caso que yo les decía que era el pasado perfecto, se utiliza had, no más. Entonces, para ellos, para todos, se utiliza had. Es he, she, had. I, you, we, they, had. ¿Ok? ¿Hasta ahí todo el mundo entendiendo? Perfecto. ¿Alguna pregunta? Okay, so entonces we need to focus here because he has gone. He has gone expressed when he going to holidays and he stayed there. For example, Carlos has gone to Italy. So in this case, Carlos is there in holidays in Italy. He has been, él ha estado. He has been in Australia. Él ha estado en Australia. ¿Cómo preguntamos ahí? Entonces, ahí es la estructura cambia. Entonces, primero va el verbo auxiliar, después el sujeto y después el complemento. En este caso, have you ever been in China? Entonces, has, pues en este caso, have, ¿no? Have porque estamos hablando del pronombre you. Have you ever been, has estado, have you ever, que si algún día has estado, have you ever been in China? ¿Has estado alguna vez en China? Entonces yo respondo, I haven't, yo nunca. I haven't been in China. Yo nunca he estado en China, por ejemplo. We use present perfect with, I'm sorry, I met again consonant with, okay, with the end is H. Since, recently, for. When we talk about period of time that continues from the past until now, we use present perfect. For example, have you ever driven a car? So in this case, when you, for example, you never drive a car, is your first lesson. For example, you try to make a big deal with an institution, car or car institution to learn drive car. So have you ever driven car? So in this case, he has driven a car, but Tom is having driving lessons. In this case, we say he has driven. Okay, here is the subject or the noun. In this case, is he. We have the auxiliary verbs. In we are talking about the third person, he, she, it. So we use has, the past participle from the verb of driving. Drive is driving, and the complement. Okay. Another question: have you ever been in the United States? Or I have met a lot of people in the last few days. Okay. So the same. We have the noun or the pronombre. Excuse me. The pronombre or the noun. We have the auxiliary verb. In this case, is have, because we are going to talk with the nouns I, you, we, they. Met is the past participle of the verbo. En este caso, que es regular. Y cuando hablamos, we are talking about the present perfect continuous, is the same rule. To express for an activity that has recently stopped or just stopped. In this case, we have here, you use present perfect continuous for action, repeated of a period of time. So I play tennis since 18 years old. Okay, via class. This is my example. I play tennis. I talk to you. I play tennis since 18 years old. So where have you been? I have been looking for you everywhere. Every morning they met in the same place. In this case, for example, I I going I go uh, the same place to play tennis. So he, in this case, is auxiliary has. He has been going there for 20 years. Yeah. O en este caso, he has been there since 18 years old. En el caso de que estamos jugando tenis. En el caso ya de que sea el pasado perfecto, entonces ya aquí jugamos no con el has ni con el have, sino con el H, A y la D. Entonces, ¿cómo quedaría? Entonces, he had gone. He had been. I had 18, por ejemplo. Yo he comido mucho. ¿Ok? Entonces, hasta ahí es la primera parte de la sesión de hoy. Espero que pues esto es lo más sencillo que hay. Ya la próxima clase empezamos con temas ya del nivel intermedio. ¿Alguna pregunta hasta el momento, jóvenes?
No, profe, esto puede ser que ese tema no tanto, pero En cuanto a la actividad, hay que traer algo para la próxima clase.
Ya ahorita les digo. Tranquilo.
Listo,
En la
gracias.
última parte hablamos de eso. Okay, right now I'm going to teach you about economic class for yours. I think it's important that you need some information about that. It's the way, a way, another way to practice English. Yeah. So in this case, I'm going to teach you first about the GDP, and then we are going to talk with another ways like videos. I'm going to share some videos. So we are going to talk about 5 or 10 minutes about this topic. Okay. What is the topic? The topic is GDP, gross domestic product. Okay. So the GDP, is the profit, in this case, the profit or the profit the the country have. Okay. So economists and politicians, we are going to put more soon. Okay. So economists and politicians across the globe use gross domestic product as the ultimate yardstick for measuring and ranking countries. Well, but as more and more economists begin to question about the GDP, is the true the word? There are growing calls to find GDP alternatives to measure country wealth and welfare. Okay, dear students. So the GDP, it was for announced, or the first name, it's about 1937, like that. But right now in 2021, a lot of economists, they try to explain to the world this this is not a good way to size the real economy in a country. Yeah. Excuse me, ¿puedes hablar? Cuénteme.
Teacher, what is the name the website?
The website, it's about, okay, wait a minute, because ethical.net, that's net.com. Why? Because, okay, I'm going to tell you about in the fine of the end of the tissue, okay, the class. Take a minute, please. So I'm going to tell you that, okay. So in this case, if you can see the website, so the the GDP, it was introduced the name on the floor of the United States Congress in 1937. It was a metric from economists, yeah, to analyze the objectives of the wealth of a country. In this case, is the profile or the profit, las ganancias, the earnings, digamos las utilidades. It looks at all the goods and services exchanged within a country borders in a given year. Okay, so this is the real concept, the basic concept that you have when you go uh, when your professors teaching, yeah, in the economy, in the basic economy, and in the microeconomics, or maybe in macroeconomics, they told you about the GDP. But this is in right now, this is not only the way, because this is this concept, it's too old. Yeah, it's about 1937, and we are in the centuries 21 or 2021, okay, in the year. So they say, what is the problem with it? Because they don't, like economics like Joseph Stiglitz, like Paul Krugman, like the last economist who won the Nobel Prize, yeah, digamos el premio Nobel, they say it's a grown, eh, digamos, metric, yeah, it's a grown metric, because really they don't size the real life in a country. So they propose more indicators or more index about GDP and other alternatives like that. Yeah. So in this case, uh, I don't know, have you ever known or sound about the gross national happiness? It was a great index or indicator, yeah, but it's a little. They have uh, cons and pronouns, yeah. They have a pros and cons. So in this case, uh, they they try to size the living standards, the health, the good governance, the ecological diversity, the resilience, the time to use, the psychological well-being, cultural diversity and resilience, and community vitality. Okay, so what is the pros? Is one of the most notable alternatives to the GDP because it was the first that to the broadly published. Okay, so this is the a good way to replace the GDP. Okay, so what is it's about gross national unhappiness. Okay, this is another way to size the real life in the country. Okay, another way, another way is this thriving places index. So in this case, it's about the city, the happy city. Yeah. So they size the happy city. In what topic? Is it fair and equal place to live? Is sustainable enough so that future generation can flourish? Are the conditions present for everyone to do well? So we have here another index difference to the first. So the Happy Planet Index, for example. We have another here. It's about the Human Development Index. This is a good index because in all these countries. Another is Greek gross domestic product. Yeah. Another it's about the Genius Progress Indicator. Yeah. It's about in this case, it's about the patentes, digámoslo así. And another alternative to the GDP, it's about the better life, el indicador de una buena vida, por ejemplo, calidad de vida. So all those alternative index of the GDP, it's about, or the important, the main idea is because they size, yeah, it's a good metric to size the real life in a country. ¿Por qué? Porque es que vamos a hablar en español un poquito, porque es que el Gross Domestic Product, es decir, el PIB, lo que mide en realidad no es tanto, digamos, la calidad de vida de la población, sino como que lo que producen todos los sectores económicos. Entonces, existen otros indicadores aparte del alternativos al Gross Domestic Product, que son los que les mostré. Entonces, el indicador de sostenible, el indicador de humano, el indicador de la felicidad, el indicador de la... Entonces, todo eso hace parte de allí. Okay, so for the student who asked me about who's the website, so this website, when you are looking for a topic, you write like that. Uh, do you see the the word, the website, dear students? Yes or no?
What is the question, teacher?
Do you see the website right now? Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So, right. Well, when you are looking for great reset, yeah. So they give you some links. In this case, in the first link, you have the rate reset. What about this? Have you ever sound about this, the rate reset? Yes or no, students? Did you see, did you, or have you ever known or sound about the rate reset? Yes? It's about the COVID-19. Yes or not? Have you ever sound or seen that? Yes or no? Okay, so because it's so quiet, it's too silent, I'm going to teach you, to give you this kind of video. Yeah, it's like, so please pay attention here about, I think so, is 1.5 minutes. Please take attention, please. Focus here, dear class. Wait a minute, please. Uh, yeah. Our world has changed. Our challenges are greater. Hurricanes, robotics, contamination, pollution. Our planet is big. Our
Profe,
problems are big.
no está apareciendo ningún video.
No está apareciendo ningún video. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Thank you for that. I forget always that because I need to come back to the class and then I want to share. I'm sorry for that. Always I forget that. It's a little difficult, yeah, but it's okay. Okay, dear students. So this is the video, okay? Please focus here. This is the video from the rate reset, okay? Reset. Es como oprimir usted el reseteo. Entonces, please. Entonces, esto es del Foro Económico Mundial, jóvenes, the World Forum Economic. So, in this case, they say to the world, okay, we are wrong. Yeah. The last years, about 50 years, 60 years, we are wrong. We have a lot of pollution. We have a lot of change, world changing. Yeah. So we are the wrong. So we are uh, lost the earth. Okay. So if the world continues like the same way, before until now, real, believe me, class, the world is going down. The world is going to disappear of the university. Yeah, real. My word is very, very, very clear. Believe me, class. If the people is going to do the same way, the same uh, actions into the world, in few years, the world is disappear. Yeah, this is the real, real, real life. Why? Because we don't have fixed nothing, real nothing. We are not fixing nothing. We are production, production, more production, plastic in the ocean, plastic in the river, plastic and plastic and plastic. No more. Okay? The wood, madera, the wood from the forecast. ¿Cierto? No, there is agua, water. The 93% of the air is water, but it's not water to consumer. It's not sweet water or water. Okay? It's not sweet water. So depends of yours and me to create some great ideas to help the air. Because I'm the present generation, but you are the next generation. So for this reason, I say the first class, we need to have more commitment, more awareness to do all the things that you need to do in the world. This is the real life, my dear friends. So in this case, in the middle of the class, for this reason, I wanted to explain, to teach you about the economic class, the GDP, and the alternatives or different ways to size the real life in a country. Yeah. So in this case, I have here some videos I want to share you. It's from TV. You know about that? About that? This TV? Yeah, you know that or not, class? TV, TED.com. Yes or no? Have you ever seen about that?
No.
Not really. Oh, my dear students. So I'm going to teach you that. So in this case, I'm going to share you this video. Please, the how long the record is about 15 minutes, but please try to focus in the first 5 minutes, okay? No more, please. So I'm going to share you.
On the 4th of January, 1934, a young man delivered a report to the United States Congress that 80 years on still shapes the lives of everyone in this room today, still shapes the lives of everyone on this planet. That young man wasn't a politician, he wasn't a businessman, a civil rights activist, or a faith leader. He was that most unlikely of heroes, an economist. His name was Simon Kuznets, and the report that he delivered was called National Income 1929 to 1932. Now, you might think this is a rather dry and dull report, and you're absolutely right. It's dry as a bone. But this report is the foundation of how today we judge the success of countries, what we know best as gross domestic product, GDP. GDP has defined and shaped our lives for the last 80 years. And today I want to talk about a different way to measure the success of countries, a different way to define and shape our lives for the next 80 years. But first, we have to understand how GDP came to dominate our lives. Kuznets' report was delivered at a moment of crisis. The US economy was plummeting into the Great Depression, and policymakers were struggling to respond. Struggling because they didn't know what was going on. They didn't have data and statistics. So what Kuznets' report gave them was reliable data on what the US economy was producing, updated year by year. Armed with this information, policymakers were eventually able to find a way out of the slump. And because Kuznets' invention was found to be so useful, it spread around the world, and now today every country produces GDP statistics. But in that first report, Kuznets himself delivered a warning. It's in the introductory chapter. On page 7, he says, "The welfare of a nation can therefore scarcely be inferred from a measurement of national income as defined above." It's not the greatest soundbite in the world, and it's dressed up in the cautious language of the economist. But his message was clear. GDP is a tool to help us measure economic performance. It's not a measure of our well-being, and it shouldn't be a guide to all decision-making. But we have ignored Kuznets' warning. We live in a world where GDP is the benchmark of success in a global economy. Our politicians boast when GDP goes up. Markets move and trillions of dollars of capital move around the world based on which countries are going up and which countries are going down, all measured in GDP. Our societies have become engines to create more GDP. But we know that GDP is flawed. Boast when GDP goes up. Markets move and trillions of dollars of capital move around the world based on which countries are going up and which countries are going down, all measured in GDP. Our societies have...
Look that here we have, this is the structure for the present perfect. You have here our society. So we have our, the noun, the pronoun, our society. The auxiliary verb is have, and the past participle from become is become. Okay, so nuestra sociedad ha venido creciendo. Okay, dear class, everything is going well? Any question about that? Did you watch the video? Class?
Teacher,
What? Yeah.
what is GPD? GPD?
Okay, GDP is about the gross domestic product. It's about the profit or profit the country earns in a year. Okay, so it's about the market, how much the market, the goods and services in a country. Yeah.
Become engines to create more GDP. But we know that GDP is flawed. It ignores the environment. It counts bombs and...
This is the one difference. They don't know about the development, about the human capital.
Prisons as progress. It can't count happiness or community. And it has nothing to say about fairness or justice.
Okay. For example, they say the GDP don't size, no mide, or don't metric about the happiness from a society, from the judgment, sobre la justicia. Or what about the poor, the pobreza? What about la pobreza de la gente? Eso no mide el GDP. Or el gross domestic product, or el PIB.
Any surprise that our world, marching to the drumbeat of GDP, is teetering on the brink of environmental disaster and filled with anger and conflict?
I'm going to put some pause, because if you wanna see the old or you wanna watch all the video, you can watch in your smartphone or in your laptop in your home. Okay, the website is ted.com. You look for that. Okay. Okay. Another, I think is better than the other is this video because he talked about the old goals. Yeah, it's about the development goals. Yeah. So in this case, we have 17 goals uh, for the world. The first is about the poverty. The second is about the hungry or the hambre. The third is about the health. Four is about the education. Five is about the equity, equity or inequity and equity from the genders, female or masculine or LBTI. The eight is about the water, the water. The seven is about the global warming. The eight is about the economy. Nine is about I don't know right what is the nine. The 10, the 11 is about the companies, Recicla, Oceans. Okay, everything is all the goals. You can look for that in the website. You need to write 17 goals development. So please. Okay, okay, so you can watch here in the screen the
Teacher,
first.
we didn't saw nothing. No vimos nada porque se quedó parado.
Se quedó, uy, no me diga eso. Claro, ahí está. Ya que le puse la pausa. El primero, si ustedes pueden ver ahí, es de no poverty, o sea, poverty zero, pobreza cero. The second, zero hunger, o sea, cero hambre. The third goal is about good health and well-being, buena salud. The fourth is about the education quality. The five, the fifth is about the gender equality, about the gender masculine, feminine, and LGBTI. The sixth is about the clean water and sanation. The seven is about the clean energy. Eight is about the economy growth. Nine is about industry, innovation, and infrastructure. The 10th is about the reduced inequalities, yeah, in la inequidad, reducir la inequidad. 11 is about the cities, smart cities, okay? The 12 is about the consumption and production. Entonces, tener una responsabilidad en el consumo y en la producción, lo que estamos hablando. The 13th is about the climate action. The 14th is about the life below water. Life 15th is about the life on land, vida en la tierra. The 16th is about the peace, justice, and strong institution. And the 17th is about the partnership for the goals. What about the partnership? Partnership is all the society because for this is the ring, no? The arrows, the rings are there. So los arrows están acá por eso, porque son in our language, Spanish language, is about the alliance, alianzas. In this case, it's about the alliance, yeah, alianza. Todas las alianzas. Entonces, nosotros estamos trabajando con alianzas, la educación, la universidad con el Estado con la empresa con el gremio laboral y el gremio laboral con la sociedad. Entonces, todo estos, all these goals, it's about how is the best way to change the world, right? COVID-19 to next year, maybe 2030, maybe 2050, maybe 2100. Yeah. So all these videos are in the TAV. Another kind of I want to share you and I want to speak with yours. It's about this, dear friends, dear students. Did you see the graphics here, the charts, dear students? Yeah. Did you watch the charts here, the lines?
No, it's just the video.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for that. I remember, I need to remember always come here to the class and then share my page here. Okay, right now, did you see the graphics, the charts right now?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, very good, my dear friends. So we have, I'm going to put more soon. So in this case, I wrote here in the World Bank, one alliance, yeah, one market. It's too relevant in our days. It's about the Pacific Alliance, yeah, la Alianza del Pacífico. So in this case, the countries who participate or integrate in this alliance, it's Chile, Mexico, Peru, and Colombia. Yeah. So this is the Pacific Alliance. Okay. So we have here, I'm going to share you some dates or some data relevant from every country. So we have here the gross domestic product. Yeah. In this case, it's in Spanish, but if you want to see better in English, pues we can see that. Okay. So we have here the gross domestic product, current. It's about the money, you know, current, dinero. So in this case, we are going to talk about trillions. Okay. So what about Mexico? So we have here, I'm going to put more zoom, please, because the chart is a little small. So we have here, look that. Peru is the first, okay? The second, it's about Chile. The third is Colombia, yeah? And the first is Mexico. So if you can see here, the trend of the line from Mexico is going up, yeah? So in this case, the GDP from Mexico is most in quantity is the most here. Yeah, the quantity is about 1,076 trillions dollars. Okay, the second country is Colombia. It's about 2,000, yeah, 271,347 billions. Okay, and the last is Peru. Okay, what about the population? In 2020, yeah, 2000. Look that 2000, no? So the data is too old, no? But in 2020, we have here Chile, the last, okay, in population, 19 millions. The second is Peru, 32 millions. Colombia, the second of this graphic, 50 millions. And Mexico, 128 millions. Okay? What about school enrollment? So in this case, we have here the first is Peru, the second, sorry, the first is Peru. Okay, please here, it's here not so good. Oh, wait. You can see here not so good. But in this case, we have the first period. No. Here it's very difficult to see the old data. But wait a minute, please. It's too difficult. Wait a minute. In this case, it's too okay. Wait. I'm sorry, dear students, but it's too difficult to see the chart. Wait a minute, please. I'm going to share you another graphic, another chart. It's very good, but I'm going to share. Okay, so in this case, what about the CO2? It's about the changing, the warming changing, ¿ya? El cambio climático. ¿Quién es el primero? Chile. ¿Quién es el segundo? México. ¿Quién es el tercero? Colombia. ¿Sí? Y Perú el tercero es Perú y el cuarto es Colombia. Entonces, nosotros como Colombia estamos generando menos emisiones de CO2 para el cambio climático. What about the poverty? Here, it's about Chile, the first. The second is Peru. The third, Colombia. What about Mexico? Mexico is the first. Mexico is about the first. Second, Colombia. Third, Peru. Fourth, Chile. Okay. What about the life expectancy? So, what about la expectativa de vida? The first, Chile. The second, Colombia. The first Chile, what about 80 years old? The second is Colombia, what about 77 years old? Peru, it's about 76, and Mexico, 75 years old. This is the life expectancy, o sea, la expectativa de vida. Okay? So, no, in this case, no. What about okay, in this graphic, that is better. But if you want to look for another alliance, in this case, for example, BRICS, you know what is the BRICS? This is an economic group, my dear friends. You know that? Dear students? Students? Anybody there?
Spain?
No, BRICS. What about the economic group? BRICS. BRICS. Brazil, India, another country, China, another country. Who is BRICS? Russia. In this case, we are going to that. Another. What is the last? The last country, what is? Dear students. South Africa. Okay, this is the second. This is the another economy group. It's about Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. The other is Colombia, Chile, Mexico, Peru. It's about Pacific Alliance. The another group, economic group, what is? Mexico, yeah. Who is another? Mexico, Canadá, y United States. ¿Cómo se llama ese grupo económico? Ah, jóvenes. ¿Cómo se llama ese grupo económico? México, Canadá y Estados Unidos. ¿Cómo se llama ese grupo? ¿Se acuerdan? Dear people, dear students, be careful because these topics is from your career, is from international trade. Okay, people. So this is the middle of the class. Okay. For in this case, I'm going to share you a homework. Yeah, it's a bit of workout. Work in home or workout, trabajo afuera. In this case, I'm gonna to tell you, you need to study about the economic groups. In this case, Alliance Pacific and the BRICS, and the other is the trade bank about the United States, Mexico, and Canada. Okay, this kind, please study this kind of three traders, three economic groups. And the end of the class, I'm going to share you some, in this case, I'm going to share you the workouts, another workouts that I have for you. The first workout, did you see the chapter 2, dear students? Yeah or no? Chapter 2. Did you watch the chapter 2, dear students? Yes?
Profe, se ve la pantalla del Meet.
Se ve la pantalla del Meet. Gracias. Entonces vamos a hacer otra cosa. In this case, did you see the chapter 2 right now? Ben?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, very well. So this is the workout, work at home. Please read the second chapter, the chapter 2 from Melinda's book. Okay? In this chapter, it's about empowering mothers, okay? Maternal and newborn health. So you have here all these page. Please try to read because it's for yours, okay? Don't have tricky. Don't have tricky. What does it mean tricky? Pelatunas, no hagan trampa, tricky. Are you kidding me? ¿Me estás hablando en serio? Are you kidding me? Don't tricky, please. Don't try to put this in app and then try to Spanish, to read in Spanish. No, please try to do the homework or the workout very well. Try to read, yeah? And identify, please, all the sentence. In this case, for example, we have here, okay, look that. I'm going to teach you here, for example, try to identify these phrases. For example, in this case, so Hans asked, is it past tense, simple tense? Is past tense. Hans, the noun is he or she, depends on the lecture. Asked, preguntó. Entonces, Hans preguntó. Sin past tense. Okay. Another. How do you know me? It's a question, W question. How do you know me? Simple tense. Do. Yeah. Primero va la pregunta, W question. Luego va el verbo auxiliar do. El pronombre you. El verbo know, de conocer. Know me. How do you know me? Okay. We are going to hear, for example, in this case, you are so respected. It's a sentence, a previous sentence. So we have here simple tense. You, the pronoun, you, the auxiliary are, so, respect. Entonces, in this case, is pasado. El verbo. Okay, look that. Look this. For example, what about this? This is What is this? Which tense? Which tense is this? I have never been here. Present perfect. Entonces tenemos el pronombre que es el I o el sujeto. Tenemos el auxiliar verbo que es have, cuando se utiliza con I, you, they, we. Recordemos que el has se utiliza con tercera persona, he, she, it. Entonces, en este caso, el pronombre es primera persona. I have never. Está negando estado. I have never here. Yo nunca he estado aquí. Entonces, this is the workout for the next class. It's about Thursday. So please try to read this chapter too. Okay? And this is for your, I want to help you, no? You know, I want to help you. You need to commitment and awareness. So in this case, I'm going to share you this chapter. It's about the Unit 9. It's about the hotel conference. You need to read. This is we have here the meaning of these red phrases. So in the last of the script, you have here, excuse me, wait a minute. We have here some exercises. So exercises 1, exercises 2, and then some exercises here, 3, 4, and then. So this is the workout in your home. Please try to do that. And I promise the next class, I'm going to talk about the essays. Okay, dear class, first, everybody gave me the essay, yes or not? Who is, everybody, listen to me, everybody give me the essay or no? Or who is the first person who give me the dear friends? Oh my God.
¿Cómo, profe?
Anybody who wants to give me the essay, who gave me the essay? ¿Alguien hizo el ensayo y lo puso en el plataforma o no?
Sí, yo lo envié.
¿Quién lo envió? De todos los que estamos aquí, ¿quién lo envió? De los 20 que están.
Mi profe.
Levanten la mano para yo por lo menos saber. Okay, we are here 20 people, with me 19, with me 20. So in this case, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, perfect. So in this
Teacher, que
case,
está preguntando, que alcen la mano quiénes.
ya alcen la mano los que me mandaron el ensayo. ¿Se lo mandó o no? Okay, Camilo. ¿Sí? Bueno.
Sí, profe.
Bueno, me gusta. Entonces,
por el Divisit, por el Plat.
Sí, por el Plat, sí. Okay, so I'm going to read that for the Thursday, and we are talking about the essays, and we are going to talk about the chapter 2, Belinda's book. Okay, dear students, any question about the class? Too much workout? Anybody who wants to speak? Anybody who?
La tarea la tenemos que poner en la plataforma.
No. La tarea que me interesa más es que ustedes se lean el capítulo número 2. La tarea del capítulo 9 de las conferencias en el hotel es como un compromiso suyo que lo haga, que interprete, que empiece a hacer digamos, el ejercicio. Entonces, la próxima semana hablamos del ensayo y hablamos ¿de qué era lo otro que íbamos a hablar? Del ensayo y de los ensayos que ustedes me dieron. ¿Listo? ¿Qué tal la metodología? Cuéntenme, ¿cómo vamos? ¿Están bien en la gramática? ¿Están bien en cómo estoy haciendo las cosas? ¿Qué cambio? ¿Qué no cambio? Díganme ustedes, ¿están bien? ¿Se sienten bien? Por favor, me dicen. Alguien que tenga que decir algo, una opinión, una contribución, una crítica constructiva. Todos te levantaron la mano. Cuéntenme, empiecen. Por favor.
¿Sobre qué, profe?
Ay, Jesús, metodología. No me empiecen a repetir porque eso no aguanta.
Que lo estaba poniendo.
Metodología, ¿cómo la ve? ¿Cómo la ve? Metodología.
¿De qué? ¿De la clase?
Sí. ¿En qué estamos? ¿En qué está usted?
No, pues. Chévere.
Sí, bueno, listo. Bueno, papá, entonces se me cuida mucho, clase. Nos vemos el jueves. ¿Listo?
Listo, profe.
Bueno,
Listo, profe, gracias.
¿Sí está
Listo,
bien?
profe,
¿Está todo bien?
gracias.
¿Está todo bien?
Sí,
Digan.
profe, todo bien.
Bueno, listo.
Todo
Sí,
bien,
profe.
Bueno, listo. Chao.